In what we don't know. Like, was it in Kung Fu? Was it some weird Buddhist form of thing? Or was it in Montessori teaching? What classes is the Dalai Lama teaching these days?
Well, it is a worldwide brand. Everybody knows the Dalai Lama.
Everyone does know the Dalai Lama. Yes,
so learnt that.
Was she the one that said that don't tell me the sky's the limit if there's footprints on the moon?
Yes.
I mean, I'd love to know who taught that, because that is the worst thing I've ever heard anyone say in business. That is rubbish.
She's got that, also that annoying way of over-enunciating, so I sort of immediately... Oh, yes. I immediately found her quite annoying, because it was very much, well, I've really done this, and I've really done that, and then I've really, really done this, and I'm absolutely marvellous. And so I was kind of annoyed. I thought, oh, she's doing quite well. She seemed to then do things quite well, and they won, so I was a bit annoyed about that.
Yes, it is. Dalai Lama.
Yes, and Desmond Tutu. Yes.
You do really need to find out which school she went to that had those 3 teachers.
And Al Gore, apparently.
Yeah, you really do.
And I want to be in the classroom with Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama, where they're going, oh, Form 4, bastards. The girls did seem reluctant to spend the money, which was an unusual business decision in itself. They didn't want to part with their stake money.
Could you do £8 for 2 boxes?
Hold on a minute.
At the end of the day, I'm accountable for the purse strings, but other people are making the deals.
We have £91 left over. We have £250 to spend. We can still buy stuff right now.
It doesn't matter how much we've got left over. It matters about how much we're selling it for. Yeah?
They've spent just a little over half, and I think their lack of adventure would cost them dear.
Let's just assume.
£91 left over.
Let's assume we've got no money left over.
How do you think we need to buy more stock?
Yeah. Costing lies with Edna, and Edna is saying we shouldn't buy more stock, okay? We thought that if we kept costs down...
If I wanted you to go and spend 170, I would have given you 170.
It could have gone terribly wrong, this is the thing. I mean, why did they just not spend any of the money and at the end of the day give them back 250 quid and there you go, save us houses?
It is a terrible investment approach. It does remind me, though, of something we did in our early days of the business, where we literally used to go into shops to buy our own smoothies to make sure that they were selling, which was the stupidest business idea of the time. But at the moment, when we first started, we thought that made sense.
Is there a smoothies chart that you had to get the smoothies?
Yeah, we just had to make sure that they sold. So we kind of thought, well, we could do advertising, we could do sampling. We thought, actually, no, the best way is we'll just go and buy our own smoothies, and that way...
Who are you trying to impress, by the way? Was there somebody checking these sales?
We just had to prove that they were going to sell. I mean, it didn't take long to realise it was a bit of a flawed business strategy.
Yes, yeah.
So no, I definitely would not win if I was on The Apprentice. I'd be the idiot making these stupid decisions.
And did the investors you're trying to impress not go, oh my God, really good sales, particularly near your house?
But there was this one stage with a huge spike in sales, but it was the local one. But
wow, very, very good. I mean, and you had to get money. Is it difficult just to get money as a new business? How challenging is that?
We found it almost impossible. It took us months and months and months and months, and everyone said no. I remember seeing one person saying you score 0 out of 5 in the Investor's Handbook, and he said you're too young, you're all friends, you've got no experience, you've never set up a business before. It was just brutal. But I also loved what Sir Alan said right at the beginning of the show, where at the end of the day you can make these things happen. You've just got to have an idea and keep going, but it is going to be hard work.
So what did you do to finally get the money?
Well, we virtually gave up as a joke. We sent out an email that just said in the subject line, does anyone know anyone rich? And we got loads of email addresses that we basically spammed half of London. And from that, we eventually got a person that said yes. But that was after 11 months of being told no by banks and venture capitalists and every type of professional investor. OK,
back to you, Edward, for the vote. We're going to throw it to the panel first. Kate, do you think Lord Sugar was right to fire Edward?
I would have been very interested to have kept Edward over for the next week, even though he did look like the surefire fire. If they kept him over, we might have seen if he might have learnt something from what Lord Sugar had said.
So was it a mistake to fire him?
No, it wasn't a mistake.
OK, go on. Richard?
What? I'm sorry, man. I do like you a lot, but I'm afraid I think Lord Sugar made the right decision.
Yeah,
you
Joe?
understand anything I've said?
Well, it's awful now that I've met you, but you did hide your skills and you didn't listen to people, so it was right to fire you.
OK, we're going to throw it out to the audience here. You know the drill. Green, if you think he should have stayed hired. Red, if he should have been fired. What is your vote? Did Lord Sugar make the right decision? Oh. I'd have to say fired. You voted fired? He's so sentimental.
There's people with fire tired, going, oh.
I didn't know it would make him sad. We do have a gift. If you ever do feel that you should try to get back, I just want you to, with some pride, just to get back in there. I want you to be the accountant we can believe in. Yeah, no, I like it. Very good. I may have to change it back again. You were knocked out in the first round, but you have given us, even in that small amount of time, some great highlights.
Wheeler dealer on the one hand and a finance professional on the other.
He was straight in there, Edward, was you?
That's my character.
Roll with the punches is what I tell. So people when things don't go too well.
16 boxes, 950. I want someone to say, yeah. I don't want to hear negative. Go like the clappers, yeah? Being a little guy just means, you know, you've got to learn not to be pushed around.
Don't give up, you got to roll with the punches.
He's a very likeable guy.
He's a good guy. Very good guy. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's definitely a character.
Can I touch them? What you get when you roll with the punches.
Roll with the punches. No point me talking, just drinking.
I got smart. Just roll with the punches.
Ladies and gentlemen, Edward Hunter. That's it for tonight. Thank you to all my guests. Edward will be on BBC Breakfast tomorrow morning. If you want to know more, visit the blog and website at bbc.co.uk/apprentice, where you'll find everything you need to know, along with exclusive clips and interviews. And as a special start of season treat, so that you can really get to know this year's candidates even better, the next episode is tomorrow night, when the candidates compete to create the best mobile phone app with different results.
Your mobile phone applications are going to go live on the internet for 24 hours.
Regional accent, insults. You mug!
Let's not argue about this.
Just quickly explain it. Edna did not give a single idea herself.
Hey mate, how's your wife and my kids?
These are basically a series of racial stereotypes.
Excuse me.
Right.
I'm sick of hearing it from him. Mate, I've heard it all.
OK, thank you.
We might have just got bashed.
Your stuff was viewed by the world, and the world said no thanks.
So tomorrow we revert to our usual slot of Wednesday evenings. We'll see you then for the next round in Lord Sugar's search for his business partner. Good night.
And as Dara mentioned, he's back tomorrow with the next Fired candidate at 10 here on BBC Two. And on BBC Radio 5 Live now, Tony Livesey is taking your calls and discussing tonight's Apprentice with some of the more memorable former contestants. Listen on digital radio, digital TV and, of course, online.